Now that I have Fluent Support, obviously I need a way to let my customers come in to a web page and put in their support tickets and also view what support tickets are there. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you the web portal aspect of submitting a ticket to Fluent Support in WordPress. Hi, my name is William Beam. I'm with Suburbia Press. We like to help online entrepreneurs understand, choose, and use the technology that powers their business. A support system is definitely one of those things. Fluent Support just came out a day or so before I recorded this video. So I've got a version of it here that I want to show you. And what we're going to dig into is how to create a web portal for your customers to sign in, register if they need to, and then create tickets or view tickets from the web page. There are other ways to create tickets from email and from different tools. We'll look at that in later videos. This one is going to concentrate just on the web page. So why don't we go ahead, we'll take a look at my demo page and I'll show you what the workflow for the customer aspect looks like. And then we'll go dive in behind the scenes to see how I put it together. All right, so this is my little demo site for Suburbia Press. And you can see I've got a link up here for support. So what I've done is I've created a couple of pages, one for the login and one for the portal. So support on your page, if you already have a login, that could be fine. You might have a support menu option that goes directly to the support portal. In this case, support is really just a login to the system. So we're going to click that. And then you can see that I've got a place where existing users can log in here. And if you don't have an account on my WordPress system, then there's an option over here for you to sign up and create one. So we're going to click on this. And I've got my customer account. We'll go ahead and log in. And let me get my one password out of the way. And just like that, we're in. So you can see I've got a ticket here that's closed. This is a sample one that I created just a couple of minutes ago. And you can take a look at what tickets are open, what tickets are closed, and of course, all of your tickets. If you want to create a new ticket, this little green button over here will help you out. Just click that and say, we'll make a quick ticket here. And notice as you're typing up here, it's looking for knowledge base articles. You can hook this up to different tools. I use a tool called Better Docs, and if it finds a match over that, it'll show you something that might prevent someone needing to submit a ticket if there is a knowledge base article out there for a common problem. But in this case, I haven't set anything up, so there's nothing there. All right, so I'm in there, and I've just typed a little bit of text. You can upload files, and this is configurable. So you can decide what type of files and the size. Default is up to 2 megabytes. You can change that if you need to. And then you just go ahead and create ticket. And you can see that you've got your ticket right over here. It says its ticket number is 5. You can close it if you want to, or you can just go back and take a look at all of your tickets. So I have a couple of new tickets over here and one that's been closed out. So that's all we need to see from the user side right now. And of course, I have a logout up here so that when they're done with this, they can log out and just kind of go back to the typical view of a blog. So here we are behind the scenes. I'm going to refresh this, and you'll see that our next ticket is over here. And you can see that they're in a waiting mode. So we kind of give a brief overview of how the ticket dashboard for someone who's working on the tickets looked in the introduction or announcement video. And I'll do that as a workflow for tickets. But what I want to show you is how the page came together. So if we go over here to settings, you can see that there's a place here where you can choose what your portal page is going to be. And when you first set up, there's a checkbox and it'll create support portal. And I let it do that. And it could have been support or whatever, any page that you have. It's just a WordPress page. So we selected support portal. This one over here that says support, that was my login page. I could have called it login. I could have called it anything, but I just figured it would be easier for the people who are logging in for support to have a dedicated page to log in. Now, the things that you saw as far as for users to log in or for people to create a sign-up page came from these shortcodes down here. So if we go to Fluent Support Login, that was the first side. The second one was Fluent Support Sign Up. And all I had to do was use those shortcodes in a WordPress page. So let me go over here to All Pages. we'll come down here to support. That was my login page. And what I have here is using cadence blocks. I've got a row layout. So let me open this over here. So you can see right here, this is my row layout. I created a row with 2 sections. In section 1, I put in a paragraph, could have been a heading, whatever you wanted to say log in here. And, we could just go ahead and click that, change this, advanced heading, H2, and then that changes that. And then I put in the shortcode for Fluent Support login. And that was all there was to that side. Same thing, if we come over here to this section, we could do the same thing and change this to an advanced heading. And then you could put some paragraph text down here if you needed to give any further instructions. And then I put in Fluent Support sign up. So let me just update that. And that was it. That is all I did. You can customize this any way you want to. But as far as creating the forms, that's all I had to do using those shortcodes. Now, something to keep in mind about a login page. This is a login or registration for WordPress. You can use these shortcodes for a very quick and simple way to go about it, as I did. However, if you already have a login page and a registration page using some other tool, that will work just as well. All you need after that is a redirect to the support portal page. Using these shortcodes, the redirect is already built in. As soon as you log in here or as soon as you sign up here, it will take you to the support portal. So let's back out. And let's take a look at support portal. And you can see there's a classic editor here, and all it has is a shortcode, Fluent Support portal. Now you could do this with blocks or you can do it with a classic editor, doesn't matter, but that's all I put on there. And let's go back to our other page. This page, everything you're seeing here in this section comes from that shortcode. It's talking to Fluent Support and generating all this based off of a shortcode. Now you could get rid of this banner if you wanted to. You can decorate this page any way you want. That's kind of outside of what we needed to do. But when they're here, they have everything you need to see. And then when they're done, they can go ahead and click log out. And it takes them back to the home page. The only thing that I did different from using the tools in Fluent Support was that redirect after logout. And I did that using a tool that I already have on the site called Wishlist Member. And what I do is I allowed Wishlist Member to handle, logins. And over here under logins, under advanced options, I check this box, allow Wishlist Member to handle logout redirect. So where does that redirect happen? So under our global defaults, there's a place for redirects. And you can see there's after registration, after login. All I really needed to change here was after logout. Because since I'm not using a Wishlist Member registration form or login form, I didn't need to configure these. I simply wanted to change the redirect after they log out. And all I do is select a page and I direct them to home page, which is the front page of the blog. So that's the only thing I'm doing outside of Fluent CRM. I'm doing a redirect after logout. If you have Wishlist Member, that's great. You can do it here. If you don't have Wishlist Member, there are other tools who can also create a redirect. But since I had it, this seemed to be the easiest way to do it. And I've got a video on here on my review of Wishlist Member. I'll have other videos on how you can use Wishlist Member. And I think that's a wonderful tool. What I've done is I've created inside of Wishlist Member a level for support. So if we see levels, I've had my basic, pro, and platinum, but I've got a level here just for support. And that way I can have people who get different registrations if I want to use a custom registration form, and I can put up different settings for them. So it's a quick and easy way to kind of manage the people who are logging into support using Wishlist Member. But that is not required to use a customer page for Fluent Support. It's just an extra thing that I did. Now, as far as the menus over here, all I did was create a menu link to the support page, which again acts as a login page. And then once they log in, I had a menu option over here to log out. Pretty simple stuff. I hope that helps. That was just a quick and easy way using the shortcodes inside of Fluent Support to create a login and registration page. And using those shortcodes, it automatically redirects to my support portal page, which is what you see right here. Thank you so much for spending a little time. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you're curious about how to handle some redirect. If you like this video, please go ahead, click the like button. That tells the YouTube overlords somebody like this. They'll share it with more people. Please subscribe, and we'll share more videos in the future on tools for online entrepreneurs. And please click that little notification bell. You'll be notified the next time a video comes out. I'm William Beam. Thank you so much. Please come visit us at suburbiapress.com. We've got plenty of articles over there and more tutorials that I hope you enjoy.